Good morning, guys. This is Will here. Welcome once again to 5 Minute Digital Recording Tips. And today we are going to talk about a fantastic little piece of software called Elastic Audio. And Elastic Audio, essentially, well, it has several functions, but the one that I use it for in particular is for quantizing audio. Now, we all know we can quantize, MIDI notes and so on, but quantizing audio is a whole other kettle of fish. And the Avid guys have come up with this, and it's such a huge time saver that you really need to know how to use it. So the function that I'm using it for here is I've recorded a little, it's a South American percussion piece called cajon, and I have it playing along with the little machine drum beat that I've just programmed. So let's have a quick listen here, okay? So there's the cajon. Let me mute the machine. Okay, so you can hear it drifting a little bit there. So what I want to do is I want to quantize this so that it lines up a little better on the grid. Now, in the old days being, a couple of years ago, you would have to sort of go through this, go through each beat and just sort of, select it, move it, get it on the grid, or get it as close as you want it to. It's quite time consuming. So with Elastic Audio, it really speeds up this process, and this is how we do it. So first of all, you go to the track, in this case here, okay, and you'll see over on the left here, you'll see a little, next to this blue clock, you'll see a little arrow, what I would call a triangle with a line coming out of it. Okay, so if we click on that, it will give us these various different options here. Now, this is a rhythm part, so I'm going to select rhythmic. If it was, say, a guitar, acoustic guitar, you would select polyphonic. So rhythmic, okay, and then we go to waveform and we select warp. Okay, so now if we blow this up a little bit, you'll see it's giving us all these breakpoints here on the grid. So the next thing we do then is we select it obviously first, which I think I already have. Okay, and then we go to quantize here. Now, because the piece I've played has a little bit of swing in it, I want to keep it in eighth notes, because I've found that if I use 16 notes or anything higher, it moves those swing notes, and it moves them up, it straightens them up. So with 8 notes, it keeps it. It moves the important accents, but sort of leaves the little kind of grace notes between it. But it's kind of sort of experimentation really. So we just hit apply. I have the strength at 94, so I don't want it to be exactly like a metronome. I want it to have a little bit of ebb and flow, we'll say, to give it that sort of live feel. So then we'll hit apply, and it will move, whatever hits here aren't on the grid. Now, if we blow this up a little more, now if we listen back and we're like, well, this one here, for instance, I don't like it. I prefer if it was a little earlier. All we do is we just get our little hand here, and a second there now. I see that this little double way arrow appears, and it allows us to move this hit back or forth. Okay, so let's leave it there for now. So let's have a listen and see how that quantize sounds. Okay, that sounds really good. I did hear one hit right here that sounds a bit funny, so let's listen to that piece, okay? Let's go back a little further. Okay, so right here somewhere, this sounds odd to me, okay? No, let me make it a bit bigger. Oh, what's going on here? Let me just hear this again, this one little piece. So something's, that's late, I think. Let's listen again. Yeah. Okay, so you see that? So I moved that. So for instance, if it was here, you'll hear it's late. Okay, so I just move this over here, real simple. Okay, so that's essentially how you would quantize it. Then the last step is, well, the way I do it anyway, but there's probably other ways. You just click on this little button again and go disable elastic audio. Now this will render it, okay? So it'll ask you if you want to revert to what you had before you quantized it, or do you want to commit it. Now I'm going to commit this to tape, we'll say. So I'm going to hit commit, and here we have my audio that I recorded, fully quantized and lining up with the grid. So there you go. So that really is a basic introduction to elastic audio. Such a great piece of software. I love it. It almost feels like cheating. So hope it's been helpful, everyone. Any questions, feel free to email me. This has been Will at 5 Minute Digital Recording Tips. Over and out.